Have you ever wondered where the problems in the world today would exist if we had deeper connection to ourselves, others, and the environment and acted from that place? Welcome to the Conscious Action Podcast with your host, Brian Berneman, who believe that connection is the key to taking conscious action as individuals and creating a better world. We are here to raise awareness and inspire meaningful action by sharing stories, knowledge, and conversations with thought leaders and change makers. From sustainability to well-being and everything related to conscious living, our mission is to empower you to be the change that you want to see in the world. Welcome everyone to a new episode of the Conscious Action Podcast. I am Brian Berneman, your host, and for this episode, I wanted to explore something that I have been talking lately with a lot of my clients, but also through the last few years. And this is about what many refer to as the black sheep of the family. But as I like to call it, it is more of the purple unicorn, the one that is here to be different, to do things differently, potentially to be the weird one, or the one that doesn't fit in, and why there is so much importance in this person. Perhaps you are this person, perhaps someone else in your family is this person. So I wanted to explore a little bit about this in this episode. But first, in case that you haven't yet, I invite you to take 3 deep breaths. Allowing with each breath just to fully land in this space, to be here, and to allow yourself to be present. So, this idea, I heard it somewhere. I can't remember exactly where. This is not something that I came up with, this purple unicorn idea. And I think that it creates a little bit of a shift in perspective, because a lot of times we have this story of the ugly duckling, or, like all of this, the black sheep of the family. And that can be such a negative thing, because it has a negative connotation. It's the one that doesn't fit in. It's the one that no one talks to. It's the one that, potentially struggling a lot because of those things, because they are excluded, because they cannot find commonality. So there's a lot of really interesting aspects of this in the space, but I like to bring a positive side of it. I want to, to be not only that these people, we are the ones that are misunderstood, we are broken, we are the ones that are carrying a blueprint for healing. We are the ones that are trying to do things differently. And I know not only many people that are this for their families, I know that, I chose a path that wasn't the typical. I chose a path of being able to delve into healing and into, choosing for some years of my life to go and live at a Tibetan Buddhist retreat center in the middle of the mountain. That's not the typical thing in my family. So I know what it's like to choose something different. Now, as well, in my experience, it's not as many have had it, because in my experience, my parents were also starting to get into this space as well when I was a kid. So it's not that I've been fully alone or the one different, but I have worked with so many people through the years that are the ones that are in these family systems here for a reason. And from one perspective, these are actually, this is a choice to incarnate into a lineage to help to transmute intergenerational trauma and conscious patterns, to change the things that are not longer working. There's a lot of challenges, of course, being the different one. There's a lot of, challenges in internal conflict, in mental health challenges, in, deep emotional intensity that is often misunderstood. and like that aspect of being or feeling like an outsider or being blamed or being shamed by the others in the family or having unique sensitivities to things that others don't understand. And this is challenging when I know with so many of my clients when they are in this space and they have to especially go for during the holidays, like back home and be part of the family holidays and the dinners and all of these conversations. And, it's a struggle to be part of that. But there's such an interesting aspect on being able to be this person and to choose to come here and to have this role and to be the ones that are going to change things and breaking the patterns and breaking all of these traditions and breaking the things that no longer serve. It's really important. So I invite you to look to the, in a sense, to the positive side of this, not denying some of the challenges, just using them and not staying in the victim mentality in a sense and moving towards feeling empowered to being the ones that are making the choice to be here at this moment in these families. So, not getting into blaming and not disregarding things, it's about honoring the things that came from before and choosing more consciously what comes next. And this is not only for you, this is for the entire family system. This is one of the things that, having worked with ancestral healing, with trauma, with systemic constellations or family constellations, I see so much about this. How, there's this loyalty, unconscious loyalty that we hold, and we are doing a lot of times, we and our family are doing stuff that do not longer serve us. So many patterns, so many beliefs, so many things that we are doing that aren't helping us as individuals, as part of the family, and as a family system. So being able to bring this understanding and doing the work that we need to feel more empowered, to be the ones that are doing this for everyone, to be able to hold everyone else in the family that potentially are not seeing what we see with understanding, with compassion, with a lens of love that perhaps is hard sometimes to bring into those spaces. But a lot of times we really need to explore things differently and to be the ones that do these things differently. It is important at the same time to make sure that we are okay, to take care of ourselves and our well-being and our mental health. This is why a lot of times with a lot of people that I work with through the years, we not only work with the ancestral healing practices to, honor and heal and transmute things, as well to make sure that our energy system, our nervous system, our physical body, and our mind are okay during all of these processes and these journeys that we embark on. So I usually, work a lot with my clients and recommend a lot of somatic practices so that we can regulate the nervous system, especially to know how tension is created, what buttons we have. So especially when we go and we are around our family, we are, in those moments that we might be triggered, then when we are able to regulate our system, we're able to show up differently and we're able to model and show something different. We do the same through, mindfulness practices, meditation practices, breathwork practices to create the spaciousness that we need to actually show up and to not react, to respond, and to be able to choose how we respond in those situations. To work then as and at the same time with the energetic practices to be able to clear and heal those inherited beliefs and attachments that we have. And a lot of times, how, as well, we don't need to do this alone. Like I do work a lot one on one with people, and as well, I work a lot in groups. And sometimes there's a magical thing there that happens because a lot of these, purple unicorns start to recognize that there's a lot of others as well, in a lot of other families. So creating that sense of connection and that sense of community and not feeling that you're alone is so important in this. And a lot of times, we can do this by ourselves. And sometimes we need support, like I had so many teachers and therapists that enable me to do this. And I do this for a lot of people as well. So, you know, not believing as well that it needs to be a thing that you need to do by yourself. Like you can actually seek support, whether that's from others or from, people that do this for work, supporting others, like I do and so many other people do, because we need to understand how, we can do things by ourselves and also with others. And with others, and I have explored this during the podcast and so many episodes before, sometimes when we're working with someone, they can help to accelerate the process so much for us because we are still the ones that are doing it. It's just that when we have someone that can support us through that, it can accelerate and expand so much easier what we could potentially do by ourselves. But just remembering that you are not here, this purple unicorn is here to service at the service of your lineage. You come here to do that, to, not to break away and reject your family, but to heal and open a new path for everyone. This is one of the greatest things that I see with this work, how your own healing ripples outward to, if you have siblings, children, parents, grandparents, future generations, past generations, like the ripple effect is amazing what can happen. And knowing that, like this is an act of service and love. You are the one that is bringing something different. You might be the bearer of medicine, of something new and different, the one that is the potential storyteller, or the one that is the bridge between the old and the new. This doesn't mean that you have to be involved all of the time with your family. Like I know so many purple unicorns that I work with or that I just know them that they don't have a lot of interaction with their families just because that is what supports them to stay well, and others have more ongoing relationships with their family. So, finding the right balance for you, knowing that what you are doing to create something different and something new is so important as well. So, understanding that being the different one, potentially the weird one, we are here as a calling. This not a curse, you know, it is a responsibility, but not something that needs to weigh on us. It's something that we have chosen to do, whether we know it or not. And it takes a lot of courage, to walk on this path and to be able to choose something different and to choose to be authentic and not to try to fit into something that we know that isn't working and that doesn't serve us. So I invite you to reflect, especially if you are a purple unicorn or a purple unicorn, reflect on this. Reflect on your family patterns. Practice compassion for everyone in your family, for your lineage, for the things that happened before. And if needed, reach out and do something, share in circles, be part of healing circles, be part of spaces that allow you to actually transform, transmute, create something different. And ask, yourself potentially as a meditation practice, or if you like to journal as a prompt, like what patterns in your family are you here to transform or to transmute? Allowing that to be something that is guiding you. It's not a burden, it is a beautiful transformation because we're going through a lot of changes in the world, a lot of changes within civilization, within communities, within people, within families, within individuals. And the more that we're able to feel empowered to do these changes and to be able to realize, things are how they are, that's not how they need to be, or that's not what is serving anymore. So we can actually do something different. So I invite you to take on this mantle of the purple unicorn. Not being the black sheep, being the purple unicorn, the one that is different, that can hold that space of being different, that can be okay with that and knowing the huge service that you're doing for your family system. I would love to know, as always, leave a comment, whatever it is that you're finding this episode. Are you this purple unicorn? How has your experience been? Is it someone else in your family that you've seen? Have there been many challenges? Have you seen changes? What has been your experience? As always, thank you for being here. Until the next episode, bye!
What did you like the most about this episode? Take a moment to think about what change you can make in your life today.
Share your conscious action on social media using #ConsciousAction and tagging @ConsciousActionNZ so we can celebrate your impact on the world and create a ripple effect.
One easy action we would love for you to take right now is to share, like, and subscribe to this podcast. This will help us get these messages out into the world and inspire more people to take conscious action in their own lives, contributing to the better world we hope for.